Being an Arsenal fan is not for the weak. How can a man experience one of the greatest moments of his life just to get hate left, right and centre? From United fans, Chelsea fans, Tottenham fans, even City fans, I can somewhat understand. But how can a club like Villa come and chat to me? And West Ham? Nah man, I can't take you serious. But this video isn't about the haters because none of them can have chat for me. We just won the league. More of a reminder to let you know that I've had 22 years of preparation for humiliation and stupid takes that you guys have had up until the point of where we've won. So let me talk about it, bitch. From after winning the Premier League in 2004, to then being in the Champions League final in 2006, and then the birth of the Emirates Stadium, we've had 22 years of just humiliation. People are talking about the Benta era, saying that was probably the hardest point of actually being an Arsenal fan. We talk about the lockdown era and whatever this was, but trust me, before the quote-unquote Benta era, trust me, we had way worse. Little increments that built up to that point, and this trophy just feels like a reward. Because, hey, I've suffered, man, and I don't forget about these days. Let's start off with the first one. Obviously, I was born an Arsenal fan. My dad was literally going to name me after Thierry Henry, so my mum had to slap some sense into him. But me personally, I wouldn't say that Thierry Henry was the reason I became an Arsenal fan. And that's because, bro, I was like a few months old when we won the league last. Player that I remember when I finally got consciousness and actually started to enjoy football was Adebayo. That man generally used to bring a smile to my face. The way he used to play the ball, the North London derbies. Like, little me was gassed. That love went to straight hate. I think that was my first ever heartbreak. I vividly remember the Man City game. I was like, what, 5 years old at the time? It's just the fact that he ran all the way and started. I remember that, bro. I remember just seeing my dad pissed. And I was just like, damn, fuck this nigga. But of course, I want to say that was the biggest heartbreak that I experienced watching Arsenal. During primary school, football for me was probably at its pinnacle for love. It was a prime Barclays era, the 2014 World Cup, and my school was heavily involved due to Daniel Sturridge going to my primary school at one point. And I only mention that to say that I was practically just eating, breathing, sleeping football at that point. And I say the main man that got me into loving football like crazy and loving Arsenal even more than I did was Alexis Sanchez. I mainly played centre back because I was a fat youth in school, but watching Sanchez videos, especially like that Sanchez versus Eden Hazard, bro, I wanted to be a winger, man. Gassed me up every single time. He was that guy. I had hope in him. I thought he was the chosen one, the one to take us to salvation, the one to bring us to Premier League. But what does that chilly bastard do? He goes to the ups, he goes to United, switches with Mkhitaryan. I don't think you understand how disappointed I was at that time. Adebayo, I was too young. Van Persie, I was slightly annoyed, but I didn't really care too tough. But this one here, unforgivable. I don't care what anyone says. And wallahi, billahi, tallahi, I was praying on that man's downfall. And my prayers were answered because he had a decent season at United, but for the most part, he was shit. He even said he wanted to come back to Arsenal, bro. Allow it. But I'll be honest, at that period of when he left, I wouldn't say I was annoyed as I possibly could have been if it was like back in year 6 or primary school days. And that's mainly because my love for football diminished at one point. And the reason why, and a lot of people will know, is because of Bayern Munich. Have you ever experienced the pain so hard, so sharp, that you make niggas forget you ever even watched the sport of football? That is exactly what Bayern Munich did to me with 10-2 aggregate. Year 7, I came in feeling like the man, going into full-blown debates, talking about how Arsenal's the best team in the world, how we've got Ozil, we've got Sanchez, we've got them and there. Even telling them, although we allowed Leicester City to win the league, we're going to come back stronger next season. Yeah, forget that, man. That game cut that chat real quick. I hated football because of this game. And I fully remember where I was. I was in the living room, asked mum for a PlayStation. I was gassed, I was ready for the game. Mum said yes. I was in a good mood. I'll go and watch the game. First one, 5-1. I watched Robin do his trademark, cut in, bang it top corner. Then I'm like, okay, it's cool. We saved it with the penalty from the traitor. Then we let 2, 3, 4, then 5 go in. Then we go to second leg and we let another 5 in. How can a young, mesquite looking boy like myself go to secondary school the next day? I stopped investing my time into watching football all the time. I went straight into just looking at live scores, SofaScore, and just highlights. And that was pretty much throughout the rest of my secondary school experience. Then I went back into watching football later on, full matches. I started watching properly in the 21-22 season. I tried getting back into it earlier on, but then the lockdown era happened. Unai Emery happened. I saw us lose 4-1 to Chelsea in the Europa League final. I saw whatever this was. I saw Willian. I saw Mustafi and Socrates in the back. I didn't want to look like a glory hunter. But I'm going to be honest, my mental health was deteriorating from watching a football. Watching a bunch of grown men kick a ball was affecting my mental health. That's not healthy, bro. I got GCSEs to worry about. Like, how am I every time I'm going to try and watch Arsenal, I'm hearing shit like Lacazette fighting people in the training ground. And I'm seeing we're doing smart whip after we've lost games. Are you mad? Rival fans were dragging us through the mud. Because there were still a few people who remember the spoiled Arsenal had to, I truly wasn't feeling the love for football anymore. But then something told me to just give it another try and actually try and watch again. And I thank God I did because of Super Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta saved my life. But at one point, I waited to Batista bomb this man for getting us 8th twice. But I'll be honest, I finally saw the vision in the 21-22 season. Obviously after the 3 losses to Chelsea, Brentford and Man City 5-0 and having us dead last place. They're allowing Spurs fans to chat to us about talk to Fulham and them, man. But he quickly patterned it after the rise of Saka, Martin Odegaard and Emil Smith-Rowe, which actually got us into a position where I was actually seeing my club potentially get into Champions League after how long? Just for us to lose top 4 to Spurs. 3-0. I swear to God, my brain couldn't fathom how we just capitulated like that. And honestly, I was thinking, this Mikel Arteta guy, he has to go, blood. He has to go, blood. But then my hope was restored in the 22-23 season with the rise of Saliba, the signing of Zinchenko, and the signing of Gabriel Jesus. And I couldn't believe my eyes. We were playing champagne football. I promise you, no team could fuck with us. We had every team on ropes. And I genuinely, truly believed that we were actually going to win the league. Especially with people on form, like Saka having his best season, Martinelli having his best season, Jesus before the World Cup, Odegaard, moments like the Reece Nelson with Bournemouth, Purple Patch Eddie Nketiah. Your defense is in trouble. Bro, wallahi, I thought it was raps. Then Man City decides to fist us 4-1. Promise you, I'll never forget these 2 moments. Haaland taking out his hair, letting it all out, and then whipping in the 4th goal. And that prick Rob Holding scoring that consolation goal and doing the wink. What are you laughing at? We come second. Cool, great. No one really expects us to get there. That's calm. Second season comes in, 23-24. We sign Declan Rice and we sign Kai Havertz, who I've always been on his side, to be fair. I generally believe that he was actually going to be a good signing for us, even though a lot of people didn't. And with those signings, we actually went on a damn near perfect run from January onwards. We lose one game, and we lose the league by second. Oh my days. How does that happen? Well, that calm is cool. We go again next season. We sign a player who gets injured the whole season. We sign a CDM who's better as a striker. We take a loan for a washed Raheem Sterling. I'm here talking about seeing the best side of him. Seeing the best side of his bum cheeks, bro. What the hell was he doing? And to make matters worse, Saka was injured for the majority of the season. Odegaard was injured. Martinelli was off form. Jesus was injured as well. Havertz becomes injured. Gabriel becomes injured. The only highlights we got from that season was the Madrid 5-1 and then smacking up Man City 5-1 as well. Like, it got to a point where I was thinking, bro, this is 3 trophyless seasons. What is the point of all this? I was thinking, if Arteta doesn't bring nothing, it's done, bro. It's wraps. Allow it. And then we win the league. Never in my 22 years of living have I seen a team get scrutinised as much as Arsenal did this season. Online, in person, no escape. Talked on Twitter, TikTok, even mainstream Sky Sports. And it's just like, you just start thinking to yourself, what did you do to make them niggas that mad? Truth is, I don't know why. I think it's truly because people were scared that after 22 years we'll finally get our lick back for people laughing at us for not winning the league. I had to hear chat from Chelsea fans who literally had Russian money pumped into them to get their success. Liverpool, who only won 2 Prems, and through this whole Premier League era are known as the cocks of Man City, acting all buddy-buddy with the oil club, knowing damn well they stopped you from winning about a good 3 titles. And the fact that you guys lost 1 game in a season, 1 game out of 38, and didn't win the league because of them, is more reason why you should hate them more than us. Absolute cucks. But also hearing it from United fans who have a lot of chat for us and speak from this moral high ground when a lot of them are my age. Last time you guys won the league was 2013. So you guys were about 7 or 8 when you last saw them lift that title. Stop talking like that, big man. You're not there yet. The point of me saying all of this was these guys knew there was going to be proper lynchings for every person if we dare win that league. So obviously start coming with different ways to shift the goalpost. Set piece FC, we embraced it. Haram ball, we love it. Clowning us for buying Madueke for 50 million, which I do think is a bit ridiculous. But still, allow him. He's a Prem winner now. Even the memes for when we lost. And I think one of the worst memes to come out of this situation was the let it all work out meme. And I only say that because that's a song about expressing the achievement you get after working so hard to somewhere where you felt like you wasn't going to get and having faith that you were actually finally going to achieve it, which perfectly symbolizes the story of Eze and how he got kicked out of the Arsenal academy and came back up. The man put faith in God, came to Arsenal and won the league in his first season. Just for some dickers on the internet to use it for every time a misfortune happens to us. Come on, man. Even social media accounts like the Southampton one were taking the piss. Players like Hakimi. How am I getting a drive-by shot by people saying let it all work out after coming back from the parade? Huh? But all I know is, I know Sanford's made millions just from that song alone. But it's not just that. There's more goalpost shifts. You have to win the quadruple even though you've never done it before. Or you won the Prem, you haven't won the Champions League. Or you need the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup to prove yourself. Like, Think. Got that bald head ex-Aston Villa player, then you have Jamie O'Hara talking wasp when they've never seen trophies in their life. And Sky Sports bringing an industry plan just to have a bottle to take a piss out of us. But I'm telling you, man, my enemies can never prosper. People actually tried rage baiting me. I told you there's no one that could actually rage bait me. I wasn't pissed once throughout the whole season, apart from the United and Wolves games, because fuck that. But the truth is, May time came around, we all locked in, Saka came back from injury, Odegaard came in, Trossard finally remembered that he's a clutch player, and we won the league from Kai Havertz, the one that was scrutinised the most. Also had my star boy Miles Lewis-Skelly actually coming into midfield, and I had my stocks in him from the moment he got a yellow card before he even came on the pitch for Tottenham. Come on, don't gas me, don't gas me. But I told you, after we won that title, no one could chat to me, man. The last chance everyone had to take the piss out of us was the UCL final. I know people were getting a little bit shaky when they saw the first goal going by Havertz. And then when we saw that, we were on the verge to actually winning the Champions League. One mistake from Mascara, we go to penalties, the Gabriel and Eze do whatever this is, and we lose it. I was upset a little bit, I'll be honest. But guess what? I went to sleep, napped it off for like an hour or two, woke up and said, oh yeah, we won the league, and we got a parade tomorrow. You know, during secondary and sixth form days, when a person would ask me what team you support, I would kind of be like, people have to tell me, oh, speak up, bro, speak with chest. I have to say Arsenal with embarrassment. It felt like when your mom's forcing you to open your mouth and admit what you did when you get into trouble. I couldn't go on the roads telling people my centre-backs were Mustafi and Socrates, but now I could say it's Gabriel and Saliba. It's all changed. Phone's gone silent now every time we win a game. But when we want to lose a game, everyone wants to talk. I'm getting flooded with TikToks, snap messages, people laughing at me. But I had to talk my shit the day we won the league, man.
Yo, bro, listen, I have to do this. You wanted to send me TikToks taking the piss? Are you mad? Are you mad? Ah!
But Arsenal fans, don't let these people gaslight you. Truth is, we've always been a serious club since the 21-22 season, and most people have been so used to us just being the punch of every joke, they just can't accept it. Like the amount of Arsenal fans I saw, I'm from Birmingham, the amount of Arsenal fans I saw on the train as we were getting to London, then the amount of Arsenal fans swarming the whole of North London, unmatched. And it's funny because I was speaking to someone and they were like, this parade just made me forget about the UCL loss. Because the truth is, we won the league. Like, calling us Chiefs was just not going to work because for once, something went our way. And the amount of times people told us we're weak, the mentality's weak, the physicality's weak, everything about us was just weak. We're not who we say we are. We act like we're all big and that, but we're not. Why should we care what you have to say? And that's why I'm going to wrap up today's video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Maybe if you're an Arsenal fan or you learned something from it. But I've suffered, man. I've suffered. Follow my Instagram, follow my Twitter, and I'll see you in a bit. Omizzy out. Go, go, yo, Saka, running.